Oh my God. Look. Wow. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Full Blast Garage. And we're gonna see if we can take this $200 Facebook Marketplace 327 and see if there's any chance of us ever putting it on full blast. So I know if y'all watched the last video, I talked about, one about the Camaro, reusing that numbers matching engine, and I'm saving it, not throwing it away, but machine shops aren't cheap these days, and stuff on Facebook Marketplace is. So I got this thing, picked it up for 200 bucks. Guy said it ran, when pulled, smoked a little. I mean, I don't have any reason to not believe that guy, but the engine spins free, already pulled all the plugs. I got a starter that I smoke showed on that original engine, trying to unseize it, bolted up, and man, we're gonna go through the process of just compression testing this motor. Let's see if the rings are good, and the valve seats, and then hopefully I can just do maybe seals on the valves and be done with it. Maybe put a little cam in it, just something for fun. But man, sorry to pivot on y'all like that with the Facebook Marketplace motor, but hey, my favorite basketball player growing up was Akeem Olajuwon, and that's all he ever did, so blame Akeem. But yeah, let's get on testing the compression on this thing, and from what my phone tells me, it's anywhere from 125 to 175, so let's shoot for somewhere in the middle of that and we'll be good. We'll start over here on number one. All right, so if you guys want to do this yourself, you just need a gauge. You can buy these at any Harbor Freight, Auto Shop, O'Reilly's AutoZone. They're pretty universal. I got these mainly for jet skis, I'm not gonna lie. Those things blow rings like, I don't even know. But small block Chevys, normally pretty good about stuff like this. If you're messing around with a donor engine, make sure it's got oil. Make sure the distributor's installed, because that's what's gonna run your oil pump. Make sure you got all the holes plugged, because this one didn't have a oil pressure sending unit. Put that thing in or plug it. So you're gonna want to go ahead and thread this in your number one spark plug. We'll start on one. And pretty sure y'all can hear that train coming. It's rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunset since now. We're gonna get this thing threaded in. I do have a wrench to make sure we got a good seal. I wouldn't just hand tighten these. It has an O-ring for tightening purposes, but I would just snug it up with a wrench. There it goes. All right, we'll pause for a second for a train crossing. All right, so I'm threaded into number one. I got my loser switch hooked up to the starter that's jumped off my Blazer over there in the corner. The starter is hanging up a little bit. It's kind of funny, but I shimmed it as much as I could, and it still ain't lined up super great. But come on now, number one. What's your PSI gonna be? We want up here, up top. Come on. 150. Woo! That's a great sign. Man, if the first one just died on me, I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably cry. I drove a long ways to get that motor. I'll drive a long ways if something's cheap. If it's like questionable and it's 30 miles away? Nope. But if it's cheap, and it's 250 miles away, man, I can't get on the road quick enough. But I don't know. It's got to be like a sickness, something wrong with us. I don't know. We're car people. We're crazy. But let's get this thing threaded out. Go on to number 3. So if you guys aren't familiar with small block Chevys, 1357 2468. Man, are we gonna have great compression on this motor? I still feel like I should open it up, maybe just rebearing it from the bottom, and that's pretty easy when the motor's out. Not a lot of effort involved. This one got kind of tight a little earlier than I thought it would. That ain't a great sign there. Hopefully we ain't gonna be helicoiling any cylinder heads. I mean, I think there's a chance that that's sealed. We'll see. All right, come on, number 3. Oop. Bleed off our pressure. We don't want any false readings. This is very scientific. So we're getting 115-ish, but I think there's a chance it's because we're not threaded in enough. I did not like the way that felt. I think I'm gonna run a spark plug in this hole, just maybe to kind of clean up the threads, and then I'll try this one again. Come on, don't let me down. So we got a little bit better. We got up to 120. What I'm gonna do is just spray a little PB blaster in there, and let's see if that reading comes up. It's kind of like something I do with them jet skis. It's normally an indicator your rings are starting to fail, and that's not that big of a deal. We got the motor out. We can pull the heads and re-ring it. But the big question is there something wrong with the bore? I mean, we're right on the cusp of this being an acceptable reading. So I'm normally of the opinion, if you're right there on the cusp, run it. See if the rings come around. They might be stuck or sticky just from sitting. And if this does nothing, there's a good indication we got some sort of valve problem. All right, one more time on this one, then we're moving on. So that jumped it up to probably 140, I would say, on the gauge here. So it's probably a little bit of a ring issue, a little bit of a bore issue, I bet. So let's go ahead and keep moving on. So compression getting by the rings will definitely make it smoke a little bit. Or your oil getting by the oil rings. So there could be a little bit of an explanation. for our issue where we're saying it's smoking. All right, well, can we thread into this spark plug hole? Let me see. All right, our thread's just a little gummed up on our compression tester. Go ahead and tighten that back up. All right, we're at 0. Move out of the way from that cylinder that I put the PB blaster in. It's probably gonna be shooting out. So we got up to 120. Kind of the same story as the last one. I'm tighten this thing up just a hair. See if we get a better seal. All right, let's try one more time. See if we're still getting in that 120 range. $120. So she's, at this point, still looking like a candidate for re-ringing. And I do have a scope. I can look down the bore and see if we're dealing with a stock size piston or if this thing's been worked on before. She's 60 over. That's about all you can do. I don't know if people even sleeve these small blocks. I don't think it's worth it. All right, so number one's our only one we've been super happy with. We did get up to, 140 with the PB blaster on number 3. All right, what's y'all's guesses on number 7? I'm gonna see if I thread this thing all the way in, if it'll actually go that far. Yeah, it'll go all the way. It's just some of the threads, these spark plug holes aren't great. All right, we're bled down. Number 7, what's it gonna be? So we're up over 150. That's a good one. Let me see if I can rethread one of these middle ones one time and just see if it's something to do with this compression tester not being able to make a good enough seal. Let me check on that. All right, so I got that thing retightened in number 5 here. And that was the one we didn't put PB blaster in. I just want to rule out bad seal on the compression tester. Just to give myself peace of mind so I don't have to do this again. Yeah, it's same reading. Just a little above 120. probably 130-ish, what I'd say. So, driver's side bank done. We're kind of, I'd say, limping this thing along to where, I mean, it probably run for how long, I don't know, but it's not unusable parts. This is something we can work with, do ourselves, not have to go to a machine shop, at least so far. Let's move on to the passenger side. All right, number 2, going live. What you gonna do? I'd say 145, 140-ish. That's in proper range here. So, hole number 1 looking good. Then we're gonna move on to 4. So we got 2 middle cylinders, driver's side, a little low. I mean, that's not the worst thing that's ever happened to me. But if I didn't have to pull the pistons all the way out, that'd be great, because that's just too tempting for me to put a set of heads on this thing. And you can find them camel hump heads for hardly anything, and I think they get these engines over 300 horse. I think it's a 275 horse, 327. Put those heads on there, you get over 3. And those things are always on Facebook and not super expensive. Nobody wants to put iron heads on anything anymore. I don't understand. All right, that one's pretty well in there. Let's see. That probably our best cylinder. 160. So that's our highest compression. That's doing all the work. And you could tell it even slowed the motor down a little bit. It was spinning slower for sure. So old number 4, it's got the big shoulders of the motor. It's doing all the work. What do y'all think it looks like under these valve covers? I'm guessing sludge, but I don't know. As greasy as this motor was when I bought it, I had pressure washed this thing for hours. And the super clean wasn't doing much, any damage to it. Oh man, there's one of these heat shields just kind of right in the way on this cylinder. We'll snug this guy up as good as I can get it right now. All right. Come on now, number 6. Man, that's another 160. Woo, this motor is healing itself. If I got to the front again, it might have doubled. No, it ain't anywhere near that. But that's what I tell you, you guys run these for a little while, and I guarantee you some of that compression comes back. A lot of these, the rings just get sticky, and that's what you're kind of seeing is that stuck ring. Drive it for a while, it breaks loose, and it's fine. about tightened down on this guy. So passenger side, not the side we need to worry about. Everything's looking pretty good over here. All right. Last one. Don't let me down. Come on now. All right, so that climbed to about 135. So, man, we're good. I mean, we're all, it's kind of at least within a similar range, all of them. And I think a little bit of driving, putting some miles on it, it'd be fine. I'm gonna for sure put new seals, valve seals on everything, and probably put a cam in it, not gonna lie. I mean, it is a 68 Camaro. You don't want it to sound all weenie like. So we'll put a cam in it, make it sound good. Replace the valve seals, because if we had a smoking issue, I'm gonna guess it was from that. And let's go ahead, let's pull these valve covers and just see kind of what we're working with here. 1 7/16 and 3 10s on the valve cover. Great sign. Nobody's ever been in here before. Who knows? Who knows? Let me hold on to that 7/16 in case I need it again. Oh, that one's stuck. Let's say there's no way that didn't thread out. Oh, whoo. I think she missed a few oil changes. Little sludgish. Let me pull the other one before I get y'all a close-up. How many of these are 10s? None of them. At least you only need 2 sockets. Take the valve covers off. They saved me from going to 3 sockets. Oh, don't be glued down. Somebody tried to get me. All right, let me grab the camera, bring y'all over here. All right, so you guys can look in here. Man, just sludge. Good news is, that's probably within spec. Yeah, she's fine. But man, the amount of sludge. This is what happens when you don't change your oil. It just gets built up like this. And it's thick. That's just one little wipe there. And there's chunks. Well, I can tell you, maybe why it smoked. There's probably so much crap built up on the valves that it was burning it off. There's a good chance we'd clean them and we kind of get rid of all that. Oh my God. Look. Wow. Man, the heads that came off the other motor, it might be easier to clean up. Jeez. That thing was like in a flood. All right, well, we'll clean it all up. Everything. New springs, new seals. Clean it. Cam. It's going to get an intake too, I'm sure. I don't like these old steel ones. I like really kind of the China knockoff Edelbrocks are pretty dang good. Never had any issues with them. But yeah, I think it's usable. We're going to clean it up and run it. This is as budget friendly as it gets for getting your power plant on your car. Well, what do y'all think about the Facebook Marketplace purchase? I mean, I think it's a perfect platform to start my build off of. I mean, it's immaculate. Now, I mean, it was $200 and you kind of get what you pay for, but as far as compression goes, I think I'm good. I think the rings are fine. I scoped the bores. I mean, it just looks like it's got miles. That's it. No damage, no nothing. The amount that this thing's gonna get driven, perfect motor to get it moving. We don't need to spend $10,000 on a crate engine for a car it's honestly not gonna get driven much. And to put it in the form that it needs to be in to be kind of like a daily driver, it needs a whole lot of money, and I ain't got any of that kind of YouTube money yet. So perfect $200 Marketplace engine. We'll cam it, put some valve seals on it, maybe an oil pump, I don't know, or some main bearings. We're gonna check all that, but we'll send it. It'll be fine. If you guys are doing this at home, I mean, this is kind of a tech video, but if you got a carb on the intake, you need to have the blades open. The intake, it needs to have air to be able to pull in and do a compression stroke on. If all the valves are closed, like the blades on your carb, you're gonna get erroneous readings on your compression tester. But man, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Go out and spend $200 on a Marketplace motor that you don't know anything about. But now, I don't recommend that, but I can do it and fail, and y'all can watch it and laugh and don't have to worry about wasting the money. But man, I appreciate y'all watching another video, and hopefully we get subframe the engine in this Camaro soon. At least we can see it roll on the jack stands. Because I'm gonna have to, I don't know, get some barn tin or something to make a floor out of in it. But yeah, until y'all see me again, man, just go out, do something that makes you happy, like wasting your money on Facebook Marketplace. I'll see y'all later.